Plugger, is Plugger still here? How old is your house, Plugger? What roughly year was your house built in? Do you know? Plugger's house is old. Yeah. The oldest thing we have at the farm was built in 1918. So nowhere near as old as Metallic's house. The garage and the big, like the center part of our big shed were built in 1918. So. Yeah, because it used to be written on the wall in the garage. The guy took like a paintbrush and wrote it on there, but unfortunately it has faded away. So it is not there anymore. We found some writing when we tore down the farmhouse. We found some writing in the cellar that was like 18 something, but we couldn't make it out. It was just too like faded over the years. But it said 18 something. I just don't know what year it was. So yeah, it's pretty cool though. Pretty cool, you know. Cool thing is the center part of the big shed. That truck's leaving now. And that truck is that. Holding up. Truck, don't go so fast. I'm trying to pull it back up on my camera. Don't go so fast. Oh, it's totally a shed truck. Got like a special trailer on it for shed. I want to go see their new shed. I want to be like, hi, my name's John. I'm your neighbor. Can I see your shed? I'll have to be nosy and like look in their backyard when I drive by or something, you know? Have to be nosy and look in my neighbor's backyard to see a shed. That is a hard worker, yes. It sure is. I would not have been able to get this field done probably. I mean, I would, but it would just take me forever by myself. So yeah, there's a hired worker helping me out. I am the only one on the farm now. This is on a server. This is on multiplayer, but most of the guys that farm with me are only here on the weekends. Occasionally I'll get a guy or two in here during the week, but most of the people that farm with me are, we'll call them weekend warriors. Yeah. Yep. Right. I-7 with a 30-80. Oh, yeah. Oh, you switched from console. PC is a game changer. And we got 22 coming out, you know, in less than a month now. So, right at a month. Can't wait. Well, congrats on making the move over to PC. And an i7 with a 3080, that would be a good computer. Yep, I run i7s. I'm running a 1080 or a 2080 right now. Would like to get a 3090 someday. I know I don't need a 3090 to game necessarily, but for rendering a 3090 would be awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, Leonard with his stupid job. Ugh. How dare you? Yep, the weekend warriors. The weekend farmers. No, but it's all good. It's all good. I don't mind jumping on here and farming. James, as far as letting people in, we, one of my PCs is not an i7. What do you mean, Leonard? Yeah, they are. They're the same processor. They're both the same. What are you on about? We let people join us. Just got to get to know us in TeamSpeak first. Like, get to know us when we're not streaming kind of thing, you know? Oh, you took off the week not realizing it was Farm Sim? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you took off for Thanksgiving, right? You took off for Thanksgiving, right? Just so happened to be Farm Sim week. Wait, Wait, Leonard, you might be onto something. Wait, is it a 9.9? Wait. You'll be playing the whole week when it releases? Me too. Me too. Leonard, hang on. You're right. I run i9s, not i7s. My bad. Both of them are i9s. Sorry. I run the i9 10900K. 3.7 gigahertz. That's what I run. Both PCs. I thought I was still on i7s for some reason, Leonard. My bad. Thank you, Leonard. I don't run i7s. I run i9s. Even better. Let's go. Dang. Leonard's on it, and I'm not. Sorry. If you guys are curious, exclamation point CPU. It is the same processor you have, Leonard. Yeah. Yep, you're right. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome on in. How's it going? That's why when Leonard makes fun of my potato PC, I laugh, because we have the same processor and the same video card. And I think the same amount of RAM. And there might be something else. Like, basically, our computers are identical. Mine's custom built. His is pre-built. But basically the same. Mine's in a stupid big case. I don't know about Leonard's. My cases are ridiculous. Thanks for the follow, guys. Appreciate y'all. Welcome in. How y'all doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. When did I downgrade? I just messed up, Sean, you know? Sometimes it happens. Happens a lot for me, so. Sometimes, a lot of times, I mess up, you know? It is what it is. But yeah, so i9s. i9s. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, you do have more RAM. I think you have 64, right? I have 32 in each PC. So with my PC power combined, I have the same amount of RAM. If I take the RAM out of one computer and put it in the other one, I got you. Oh, goodness. And then actually, I just gave first time 32 gigs of RAM, too. Yeah, I set up his computer. Very happy to have that computer going. I haven't really heard if he likes it yet. I have to ask him, like, how is it running for him, you know? Because that used to be my stream PC. Basically, the motherboard, processor, and RAM were my stream PC that I gave my brother. Hooked him up. So hopefully it's running good for him. It's a whole lot better than his old. He had some AMD processor, and I'm not knocking AMDs, but the problem was it was like probably 7, 8, 10 years old. Like, it was old. It was an old PC, and it really needed to be upgraded. So I was very happy to give him some parts that I had laying around, because when I upgraded, I obviously don't need the old parts anymore. And yeah, which is actually the second brother I've given parts to build a computer. So, but once the upgrade, the parts serve no purpose to me anymore. So might as well send them to somebody or give them to somebody that like is going to use them and put them to good use. And you know, there's still plenty of life left in those i7s that I used to run. You know, plenty of life left in those bad boys. So. Used to run, what did I used to run? i7 7700Ks. That's what it was. I upgraded from that to the i9s. That's what it was. Very happy with the i9s too. Running at 10% on the gaming PC right now. And about 30% on the stream PC. So very, very happy with them. Nobody asked, I know, but I'm telling you. I'm happy with my PCs. Very happy with them. I like them a lot. Oh, goodness, chat. Is it 3 o'clock break time yet? No. Only 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, chat. 2:06. Got about an hour. We'll take 3 o'clock break. Stretch. Little stretch break. What you guys don't know is I go off camera and I do yoga. Actually don't, but yeah. Rios Metallic here on the East Coast, bro. Central is what I'm talking about. Not sure a 9-year-old needs a gaming PC. Steven, I'm thinking like an Xbox, you know? I don't know, man. 9-year-old with a gaming PC would be pretty lit. As a 9-year-old, that'd be awesome. There definitely have to be boundaries set, you know, but that's up to you. You're the parent, not me, you know. But that would be pretty awesome. Probably play some Fortnite, right? What games would kiddo play? I don't even know. I don't know your child, so I wouldn't know. I know, like, my niece and nephew, they both have computers now. Had them a couple years now. And I see my nephew playing, like, Truck Sim, and he plays some Farm Sim. I see him playing all kinds of stuff. I don't know if I'm friends with my niece on here on Steam. Oh, that's good. That's good. So, Fortnite and Minecraft. I gotcha. We wouldn't have to build out too spec'd out of a PC. I mean, Fortnite a little bit, but wouldn't be as bad, right? Hey, that thing in Discord's hilarious. So Carson, yes, it was funny. Mrs. Professor, we did enjoy tank watching. I had 2 streams running last night. I was watching some tank watching, doing some good old Texas tank watching. And of course I had Miss Ghost in the Sim. I had her stream up as well. And I was playing Warzone. It was a good night last night. It was a good night. We were having a good time. So I sure did enjoy it. All right, chat. We need to fast time the map. Look at me. I'm actually logged. You know what? I can sleep. I'm by myself. I can sleep. Let's do that. $16.50. Oh, we're not tired. No, it's not a bad PC necessarily. An i5 16 gigs of RAM with those 1650. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Not bad at all. I'll never PC shame somebody, you know, except for our buddy Tony, also known as Zach. His computer is garbage. I think his biggest problem, to be completely honest, is he only has 8 gigs of RAM. His cousin built his PC, and his cousin did not know what he was doing. And, like, I have flat out offered him to, like, I will gladly build up his next PC for him. Well, the AC's running. Good. Got a little mini split up there, you know? But Mrs. Professor, welcome in. It was fun last night, yes. Okay, apparently we're still not tired. I think it's 1900, right? Is it 19? Apparently not. It won't let me hit the button again. I think it is 19, but I just hit the button and it gets a little finicky sometimes. Oh, nope, nope. Okay. That will not. No. You need to run away. Run away. So 8 gigs of RAM, right? In this PC. And it's a desktop. It's not a laptop. 8 gigs of RAM. And he used to only have, I don't even think he had 1 case fan. No, he didn't. Or he had 1 fan in the front and it barely did anything or something. It was something weird like that. So like, so his PC literally, when he would play anything, would sound like a jet engine because the CPU fan would crank up. And so finally I had him like bring me the PC. I was like, bro, just bring me your PC. I will look at it. I'll take, you know, whatever. I'll take a look at it, see what's up with it. I thought it needed to be cleaned. So he comes over. It was like during the winter. He comes over. Computer's completely clean on the inside. I mean, it was beautiful. Looked brand new. So I was like, okay, that's obviously not the issue here, you know? And so I got looking and I was like, there's not even a back like fan in this desktop. So I had some fans laying around. So I put one, maybe two fans in his case. And his computer runs whisper quiet now and runs way cooler. The big problem is the 8 gigs of RAM. That's his problem now. The 8 gigs of RAM are really causing issues for him. One of these days, I think he just needs to replace the whole thing. But obviously, as everybody knows, PC building is not necessarily a cheap thing. Or buying, PC building, whatever. Not necessarily a cheap thing, so. I don't know when he'll be able to get a new one, but it would be nice if he could, because we enjoy gaming with him, but like for him to load Warzone, or for him to load into our Rust server takes 25 minutes. Okay? 25 minutes to load into our Rust server. Now, it takes me like probably 5 or 8 minutes, but 25? Crazy. For him to load Warzone, he has to play like a lag game, he calls it. Might be 45 minutes. And then every single game of Warzone, he leaves after we're done. Like, his computer kicks him out, so we have to, like, re-invite him. It's kind of a whole thing, I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy. But, you know, it is what it is. He's dealing with what he has to work with, so. It is what it is. Alright, so we are going to be making TMR, right? But do we have to use hay or do we have to use grass? That is the hay symbol. Right there. So we're going to need to TED this. You're going to make such a mess. We need to TED that. Okay. We need to TED it. Need to TED. Yeah, need to TED. Okay. So we have some money right now, so that's actually not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all, but trying to do this without making a holy Hannah Montana mess is going to be interesting. But Mrs. Professor, did you enjoy the tank watching last night? Throw it back onto you. I thought it was good. A little pre-fire test. Oh. Yeah. Pre-fire. Hopefully, Carson was saying they're doing another one tonight, possibly, or today sometime. $1,500 to $2,500. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I've offered to, like, if he gets the parts, I will gladly build him a PC. I don't mind doing that. I'll help him out with some stuff, even if I, you know, like I've got an extra couple 4 terabyte drives downstairs. Like, I would give him one, you know. I know Tony, so his name's Zach. We call him Tony. I actually know him, like, in real life. Our dads have known each other for a million years. Zach's like half my age, but like we're homies, you know. So like I would gladly help him out, you know, because it's painful trying to game with him sometimes because he lags out so hard. He gets frustrated, which I don't blame him. So, yeah. But I would definitely build his PC for him this time and kind of guide him on what to get, because whatever cousin helped him last time, not the strat, you know? Just not it, Chief, you know? So, I'm going to regret doing this 10 tire field in hay, aren't I? Yeah. I'm going to regret this. That's okay. Live and learn. The good thing is if we do this today, we probably won't have to do this again for a while. Like, we'll do one and done grass is what I'm thinking. Maybe sell some haylage bales. Ooh. That's always fun, right? Haven't sold any yet on this map, and normally that's how we make a lot of money on maps, is haylage. I've actually been accused of only ever doing haylage. All you guys ever do is haylage. Nah, not true. All we ever do is plant soybeans. Also not true, but it's funny. That's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. My chat just reconnected. Welcoming me to the chat room. Thanks, Twitch. I appreciate the welcome party. I really do. Very kind of you, Twitch. All right, these are Enros, by the way, is all I'm doing right now. Good old Enros. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Control V. Control V. Hello. Control V. Thank you. Lift everything off the ground. Let's shoot down to the other end. Do some more Enros. And then we'll turn him loose on hired worker. I'm not gonna mow this entire field myself. If this was a Saturday, I would though, because we'd have more people in here. But today I will not do it. Need to work on silage too, guys. Our piles should be fermented now. At least I hope they're silage and not chaff again, or not compost. Because that was bad the other day. Had a little whoopsie. Control V. Lower all the implements automatically. Let's go. Cutting Enros. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yo, Pinpoint, thanks for stopping in, man. We appreciate you here at Puma Plow. Thanks for chatting, and hope to see you again in chat sometime, man. Appreciate it. Sorry it took me a minute to see that. Focusing on my Enros, you know. If it's not silage, the map's broken, Sean. Yeah. It better be silage. Tell you what, after I get this guy hired, we'll go over there. We'll grab a tractor, go down there. I think I'm going to grab... we're trying not to use mods, but there's 3 million liters of chaff down there, or silage, hopefully. 3 million. I don't really feel like hauling all of that to storage with a trailer that holds like 60,000, you know? I think I'm going to cheat and grab that semi-trailer, the really big one that we have, the one like modded trailer we have on here. I think I'm going to grab that. Now, if we were playing on a Saturday with people, again, I wouldn't do it that way. Because we would have like a bunch of trailers running, but right now it'd just be me. I don't have any course play or auto drive or anything, so probably do it that way is what I'm thinking, guys. Trailer holds 240,000 liters, I think it is, so might as well just do that for today. We can lease that trailer. So if we get this turned into hay and picked up, and we get the silage at least started on that, picking it up, then we have everything we need for cows. We have a bunch of straw in storage. We'll have hay. We'll have silage. We can make TMR. Unless cows require something random on this map, which they might, because some of these Stevie maps, sometimes they can require other stuff. They might require alfalfa too, which I think we have in storage. I think we have some alfalfa. We do. We have alfalfa in storage. Some. So if that's the case, they require alfalfa because the sheep do. The sheep require the alfalfa right now. But if that's the case, then we'll plant this field in alfalfa and go at it sometime later this week or whatever. Maybe next week, whatever. All right. Feels like UPS is outside. All right, we are going to watch this guy, make sure he does what I want him to. And then we will move on with our adventures. Oh, FedEx is outside across the street from me. Okay. I swear, those people across the street from me. Nice couple. Got a couple, got 3 kids. Nice people. But they are always getting some kind of delivery. There's not a UPS truck or a FedEx truck that goes by their house and doesn't stop every single day. Kind of insane. Literally every day. Like, our house is bad because I don't go shopping in like stores. I'm an Amazon guy. Used to be a Walmart guy, but I switched to Amazon because I got Amazon Prime, so might as well use that, you know. And yeah, our house is pretty bad, but their house, holy cow, it's literally every day. And then they run a small business out of their house too, so I'm sure a lot of the stuff is for the business, but they're always shipping stuff. They actually have like this big bag and they hang it on their mailbox and fill it with like shipments for the mailman, so that they don't even have to like take them to the post office. The mailman just picks them up, you know. Pretty cool, pretty handy. But it's like this giant blue bag they hang off their mailbox like a couple days a week probably. Yeah. All right, buddy is gonna do what I want him to do. What tractor's down there? Tractor's down here. Oh, the monster's down here. The monster. The monster mash is here with more chaff, which we don't need. Which we don't need. Yo, Trucker Jason, what's up, man? Welcome back. How you doing today? How's GPS working for you, sir? How is GPS? Alright, we should be able to open. That looks like silage. Yep, looks like silage this time. Let's check it. Check it, check it. 1 2 1 2 with my pinky thing here, you know. Silage. All right, we're on to something, chat. We're on to something, chat. Just need to go get that semi-trailer real fast from the shop. Just need to go grab that bad boy real fast. You don't keep one of those trailers because they're kind of cheaty, but that's okay. It's all good. Oh, big tractor power on YouTube. Nice. Nice. Good channel. Good channel. Never met the guy, but Zach, my buddy Zach, actually has met him. He does those toy tractor shows. And Zach has gone to that. I think he got a picture with him. Not sure, but I know he met him. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat, you know? Alright, so I know that this type of trailer you would not haul silage in IRL. But, like I said, this is our only modded higher capacity trailer. And since I'm on here by myself, I don't feel like hauling 3 million liters up here to the storage by myself. So while we're waiting for our grass to be cut so we can get a tedder going, we're going to work on this. Okay? Okay? Good talk. Thanks, chat. Appreciate y'all. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's the strat. We're going to, we might, you know what? We might sell like 1 million liters. We'll see where we're at. I don't want to sell too much because I'm like, I'm going to make too much money. And I don't want to do that, but we will sell some. We'll see how much, like, we'll sell like 1 load. We'll see how it's doing. I don't even know where we're going to sell it. I'll probably forget between now and then too. That's okay. Jeebs. Yeah, that's 540. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, guys. Don't really have any crazy ideas for 22. I'm just gonna stream it a lot. That's my game plan, honestly, right now. For 22 is just stream it a whole lot. Beyond that, I don't really know what else I would do. Just giveaways and stream it. You know, I've been doing giveaways Saturdays for 22 here for a little while. And we've been having a lot of fun doing that. So what kind of crazy idea should I have? Like, what should I do crazy for it? Like a 64-hour stream? No, not happening. 128-hour stream? A 1,000-hour stream? Let's go. No. Chat. No. I should do a subathon, right? Isn't that what people do these days on Twitch? Subathons? No. I don't do that stuff. I don't do that stuff. What's his name? Didn't Ludwig stream for like a month or something? Basically nonstop. I mean, like, I guess he got to like go use the bathroom and stuff, but other than that, he was pretty much there, like sleeping and stuff. I will never do a sleeping stream, by the way. I just think that is, it's kind of weird. And by kind of, I mean a lot. I need another trailer. I just picked up chaff. Trailer back here with chaff in it. Oh, alright, I'll go on that fork. That works too. I just need to get it out of my bow blower here, my milling machine. Bar none went for 2 weeks. Did he really? I just don't think that's, you know, ever something I would like to participate in. Nah. No, thank you. No, thank you. I've done 24-hour streams. I just, this whole sleeping thing on stream just weirds me out. You know? It just kind of weirds me out. And now my plans for 22, honestly, are to have my Christmas lights done by then, which I will start putting up Christmas lights probably next Monday, maybe Tuesday. Probably, it depends on the weather. I think there's a chance of rain on Monday. But there's other stuff I can do even if it is raining. Work on deer and trees and all that. There's a lot of prep work that goes into Christmas lights that I haven't started yet. So really prep work for Christmas lights starts next Monday. And yeah, so there's a lot of other stuff I can do even if it is raining. I can always test some lights and different things. So lots of stuff I can do though. Lots and lots of stuff. But my plans are to have Christmas lights done, and basically as soon as I can hit download on Steam or as soon as I can hit play on Steam, I would like to stream. I would like to be able to like stream, say, like the last hour or half hour of us like waiting for it, kind of build the hype and whatnot, and like watch the download progression live kind of thing. If we have pre-download, I might do that. Kind of just stream the last like half hour of the countdown waiting for it to go live, which I don't know when it's going to go live. It might go live at midnight. It might go live at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, but I plan on being live. I'm kind of like, I'm locked in, and just whenever it goes live, I'll be here kind of thing, you know? And then outside of Wednesday morning that week, I really don't have anything else to do. Wednesday morning, I plan on making some Thanksgiving pies with Pops. I don't think he knows that yet, but that's my plan. I don't know if the family's having a quote like Thanksgiving party or anything, but I'm not attending if they do. Because it's basically, you know, if we really stop and think about this for a minute, new Farm Sim is basically like the Super Bowl to me. You know, it literally is like the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not going to stream so much that I get burned out. I don't want to do that. But I would like to stream a lot. And just have a lot of fun and hang out with you guys a lot. You know, that would be very important to me. So that's kind of the plan. You agree with me on what? Not getting burned out? Oh, excited for 22. Heck yeah. All right, Metallic, we'll catch you, bro. I win the Super Bowl. I don't know about, there's no winning or losing. I just want to be here and having a lot of fun, you know? Because, like, we've been waiting for a new farm sim game for 3 years now, you know? So, like, I just want to hang out. I just want to hang out and have fun. Because let's be honest, I mean, every streamer and their brother that plays farm sim or ever has played farm sim or ever thought about playing farm sim, he's going to be streaming those couple days there, you know? So it's the whole thing, guys. Oh, farm sim being the Super Bowl. Yeah. For a farm sim content creator, it's the Super Bowl for sure. So I can't wait. It's going to be fun, and you know, however it goes is how it goes. I can't control that. Oh, we're going to sell this load, aren't we? It's right there. Okay. Let's go sell this load. Very excited for it though. Very, very, very excited. Can't wait for it. Can't wait. Hope they put a deer 8RX. That'd be nice. It'd be nice. Mozzie Scott, what? Didn't you win it a couple weeks ago? Yes, cross-platform is going to be a thing. Absolutely. It is going to be a thing. It's going to be interesting to try that too, because like I want to try that as soon as possible, because I know that's probably going to be like the most asked question when 22 comes out is how's the cross-platform? How's the cross-play? Oh, okay, Mossy Scott. I kind of knew you were, but like sometimes sarcasm doesn't come across in text, you know? And I know you're across the pond, and I know that your sarcasm's really dry. Probably, if I had to guess, it's a drier sense of humor, which I totally get and appreciate like a lot. I really like a dry sense of humor. Yeah, you're in the UK, yeah. If you ever watch Ghost in the Sims, she has like the driest sense of humor in the planet. And I sit and just giggle. And her chat's like, what? And I just giggle. Like when she talks about Al Gore inventing the internet, my God, I laugh so hard at that. I really do. Hilarious. Absolutely, she is absolutely hilarious. But anyway, so yeah, that's really my plans for 22. Just stream it a lot. I don't want to stream it so much I get burned out, though. I will say that much. And the reason I'm not saying like how many hours I'm going to be here every stream, because I don't want to put that pressure on myself. If I'm here for 8 hours, cool. If I'm here for 10, cool. If I'm here for 12, cool. But I'm not going to put like I have to stream 13 hours a day every day for 2 weeks. I'm not going to do that to myself, because all that's going to do is make me not want to stream. So I'm going to be here as much as I can be, or as much as I want to be when 22 comes out, because mental health is important and taking breaks is important. But at the same time, it is my Super Bowl, and it's very important for me to be here as well, because I'm serious about this whole streaming thing. Obviously, we're just going to hang out and have a ton of fun, you know? And that's just it. That's just it. That's all it's going to be. My expectations are low, you know? I think that's a good way to look at life sometimes, with lower expectations. Expectations lead to letdowns, you know? So, yeah. That makes sense. I think that's a really good way to look at life, you know? Expectations just lead to letdowns. So, yeah. Awesome. Or, you know, to cussing on stream like I did earlier today. Whoops. My apologies. By the way, for my little cuss earlier, I will make I'll make an extra life donation. Hashtag swear jar. I'll do it. I said a bad word on stream earlier today, and I will make an extra life donation after stream. to make up for it. Now, if you guys look at the Extra Life thing and you see, you'll see a donation from Anonymous later. That'll be me. Last time I didn't do one anonymously, it put my full name on there, even though it was supposed to say Puma Plow. So I will just make all of my donations to Extra Life anonymous, just so it doesn't put my full, like, legal name on there. So, yeah. This happened a long time ago, so don't try to, like, go look it up, okay? Long time ago. But it did. It put my full legal name on there, so. Like, whoopsie. My bad. But yeah. It's definitely not a good thing to do. But yeah. Mrs. Professor, somebody made me angry. And I know that cussing is not the right thing to do. But I dropped an S word that describes a donkey. Okay? I said that, and I know it wasn't right. But I was angry about somebody self-promoting in my channel. And, sorry. It was funny, though. It is what it is, yeah. I just am very serious about having a family-friendly chat and channel and stuff. And I mean, it's not like the worst word I could have said either, you know? Yeah. But trust me, Muzzy Scott, I cuss plenty off stream, you know? Yeah. I said that to grow a stream, you need to work your off. Okay? That's what I said. Work your off. Because Buddy was coming in here trying to promote his channel, so it was not about it. I'm sorry if I let you down, Mrs. Professor. I know you're here for the family-friendly vibes. I know you guys like it. You and Mr. Professor. Sorry. It's not the first time I've cussed on stream. Probably won't be the last time either. You're Scottish. You never swear. I don't believe that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe that. Scottish never cuss. Okay. Okay. I don't buy that for a second. Normally I don't. Okay, in recent memory, it was today, and then that time I said the F word when the lightning struck in my backyard, and I, like, got scared. You know? Yeah. I got you, Scott. I got you. But yeah. It happens, you know? It happens. But usually I don't, like, I try not to cuss because, let's be real, I'm sitting here playing a game about farming. What is there to cuss about? You know? Like, yeah, I rolled my tractor. Oh, freedom, you know? But I try not to. Try not to. I know one of the first times Professor came into TeamSpeak after stream, I, like, dropped an F word, and he's like, oh. Like, oops, sorry. My bad. Thank you, Mrs. Professor. Horseplay. Horseplay is something to get angry about. Yeah. Horseplay is definitely something to get angry about. Now, okay, so like I've been through this like 3 times today, but I'm gonna go through it again. Buddy basically came into stream earlier on today when we were chatting, and he whispered me, which is totally the right thing to do. He whispered me and asked if I could promote his channel. And I just said, hey, I will give you a response via Twitch Whisper later. Just wanted to let you know I see your whisper, and I'll reply to it later. And my stock reply is going to be, I will check out your channel. Doesn't mean I'm going to promote you, but I will check out a channel, and if I like the content, I like what I see, and you're family friendly, and you have good vibes, I'll think about promoting you. Because I don't mind promoting other channels on Twitch. I'm not worried about somebody stealing my viewers, you know? People want to be here, people are here, and if they're not, they're not. I don't have a problem with that. It is what it is, you know? And before I could, like, even say anything, he was DMing other people in the channel, asking them to follow him. And once I found that out, I was done. I was kind of done. So I kind of went off a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot bit, just a little bit. That's like the #1 way not to grow a Twitch channel, you know? I have to make that a TikTok. Like, how not to grow a Twitch channel. Go into a chat and DM people in that channel to follow you. Jeez. Jeez. Anyway, I was a little fired up about that, you know? Like I said, though, I don't mind promoting other channels as long as they're family friendly, which is really hard to find. To be completely honest, it's hard to find. Yeah. Which is why I promote Matt, the Grain Arcade, and Ghost in the Sim. They are both family friendly. And that's very difficult to find on Twitch anymore. Find somebody that's actually family friendly. It's hard to find that. So I was annoyed when I found that out. Because then I'm getting whispers saying, hey, he whispered me asking to follow him. What should I do? And it's like, all right, take care of that. Oh yeah. But I need to quit talking about it. It's late raising my blood pressure. I should go test my blood pressure right now. Probably be off the chart. Just saying. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. And it's like, now I'll do everything in my power to not promote him, you know? Anyway. How's the weather, chat? That's my, like, let's talk about something else now, you know? How's the weather, chat? Oh, I need to charge my phone. 32% on my phone. I don't need to charge yet. 72 degrees outside. Ross, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Gonna be allegedly 75 today. But, you know. Ross, it is going great, man. How you doing? It is just, today's been a great day. It is a great day. Oh, and then he accused me of being mean in chat, too. He said I wasn't being very nice. I was being mean. And it made me laugh. It made me laugh at him. Man. Anyway. Done talking about it. 84. Woo. That's nice. 72, Ross. Nice. Very nice. After the run, the Cards went on. Why did they fire the manager? Mike Schultz got fired from the Cardinals, for those of you that don't know. Our manager, coach. Why did they fire him? Well, he made a lot of bad decisions in that last game, that's for sure. Kind of made a lot of bad decisions all year that put him in the position where they had to make that run, you know? So wait, he told me that he was my brother? Wait, please elaborate. What? Oh, this dude's getting reported to Twitch. This just keeps getting better. Can you DM me his DM? Like, copy and paste it into a DM, include his name and everything? This dude's gonna get banned off Twitch. I don't know if I have that power, but, like, let's go. Oh, Mrs. Professor, that's cold. That's cold. That's like Missouri weather. It's like 91 day and snowing the next day, you know? But why did they fire him? I don't really know. Other than just a lot of bad calls, you know? He had a lot of bad calls. A lot of calls that people questioned, you know? But I really haven't watched as much baseball this year as I should have. or wanted to. So I really don't know. Besides just like bad calls. That makes sense? I don't know. I really should have watched a lot more baseball this year. But I just didn't. So, yeah. All right, to storage we go. I think I'm going to get a second trailer real fast, too. Be able to haul almost 500,000. I think that's the strat, chat. I think we can use the dolly. This is the Stevie trailer. I think it'll just use the regular dolly that we have. I hope. If not, that's fine. But I hope it will. I hope it will. He told you he was my brother doing this surprise. What? What? Yo, if this is like a thing, this dude needs to get banned. Like from Twitch Global. Just saying. Because now he's impersonating people. Bro. Bro. This truck does not have a hitch. I'm gonna need a tractor up here. Little John Deere to the rescue. But if any of you guys that got DMs from him, please pass them on to me. Actually, DM me. DM me what he said. Click on my name, hit whisper, or hit me up on Discord, something like that. Make sure you include like everything, timestamp, everything, copy the whole thing. I don't know if I can get him banned. I don't know if I have that kind of pull on Twitch, but like, buddy needs to go away if he's trying to do that, you know? That's like impersonation and stuff. That's weird. That's just strange, you know? No reason to be doing that. No reason. That's a crazy swing in weather there, Mrs. Professor. Crazy swing. All I know is that, yeah, right, Ross? That non-static fire thing last night sure was bright, wasn't it, Mrs. Professor? My screen lit up so bright. I was not expecting it when it happened either. I had it on my top left monitor and I was like, whoa. It was crazy. We were playing Warzone when it happened. Call of Duty. A couple of us were in last night hanging out in the Warzone. All right, so I thought this truck had a hitch. That's why I unhooked, guys. Otherwise, I would not have unhooked there. But it's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Gotta do what you gotta do, chat. Back it up. No, Texas tank watching is always a good time. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Yeah, Ross, he got banned from the channel earlier, but if he's impersonating people, that's just really bad. You know? So, yeah. That's just messed up right there, you know? Technically, I could contact Twitch and see if there's anything they could do about it. I doubt it, but never know. Technically, I have like I don't have a person at Twitch. I'm not like that big enough of a partner for that. But I do have like a way to get a hold of Twitch support that's for partners. I believe. So, yeah. I've actually contacted them about something in the past and it didn't happen. Kind of disappointed about it, but can't talk about that. I had to contact them about the, so technically the body count, you guys always notice the body count subbed. It has a free, like, permanent lifetime sub. As a partner, I think I can give out like 3 or something. I've only given out the 1 to the bot. I think that's what it is. Pretty sure it's 3, but I could be wrong. Been a while since we've monkeyed with that. It's like, who else would I give it to, you know? I have no idea. No offense, I don't want to give it to somebody and then they like leave and then they're never here, you know? Be kind of weird. kind of strange. Because, you know, that happens with people. They're here and then they're not. So, yeah. Beast Car, what's going on, man? How are you doing today? Welcome in, new chatter. What's up? Playing Ringwood by Stevie. Ringwood by Stevie. Moving some silage right now. Mowing grass. I got a hired worker laying down some grass bars. Looks like he's about half done, probably. Not quite. About half done, guys. And then I'm moving some silage right now. And possibly going to get some cows today, too, y'all. Possibly. That's the hope, is to get cows today. But before that, I got to get hay picked up and windrowed and all that kind of stuff today yet, you know. Lots of stuff to do before you get cows. Smith, you want me to do a giveaway right now? I don't know. Trucker Jason, got to leave for work in 10 minutes. I got you. Mrs. Professor took the words out of my mouth. Thank you, Mrs. Professor. Oh, goodness. Oh, of the lifetime sub. Oh. I don't know. That'd be an interesting thing to, like, give away. But again, I'd probably give it to somebody and then they just, like, leave and never come back, you know? I don't know. I'll give one to, you know, Mrs. Puma Plow. There'll be a Mrs. Puma Plow someday, right? It's the hope. Don't crush my dreams, chat. Don't crush my dreams, okay? Don't do it, chat. No, you're going to. Maybe. Oh, goodness. Give it to my brother, like first time, or Lord James? I could. They would be good ones to give it to, right? They would be. It's a way to get her to leave. Give her a permanent sub. Oh. Wow. Wow. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. Don't know who she is yet. Haven't met her. Maybe someday, chat. Dreams are meant to be chased after, huh? Yeah. A boy can dream, chat. Or it won't happen, and that's okay too. Cause I don't really feel like I need somebody in my life to make me happy. Would it be nice? Sure, but do I need it? Nah. Nah. I don't need it. I'm happy as a person without, you know? That makes sense? He told me to crush my dreams. It's okay, Chad. I'm used to it. Thinking about the forever stuff. Okay, I got you. Yeah, because asking for like a farm sim giveaway is not... Yeah, I know that's not what you're doing. But that's not a way to make me do a giveaway. Yeah. Definitely not. I think you guys know me that, like, I don't really like promote my giveaways or anything. I just like do them randomly because I want to give them to you guys that are just here hanging out, you know? You're not going to see me on TikTok going, hey guys, I got a giveaway coming up. Oh, not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not that kind of guy. Sometimes I'll drop it in the Instagram, like in the story. Because I always post in my Instagram stories before I go live. How is that filling that truck? I don't like the way it looks. I'm not going to lie. I don't like that. Sometimes I'll drop it in there and say, hey, like giveaway later today or something. But usually I'm not like making a big deal of when they happen and stuff. That's, I think it's more fun to do it randomly because then it's just like goes to somebody that's here hanging out, you know? Yeah. Big Mike, what's going on, man? How you doing today? How's it going today? Got a little road train going here, guys. I'm gonna try to make the corner here. Make the corner to go in the bunker. Don't know if that's gonna happen though. These trees are kind of tight here. Trees are kind of tight here. Go way out here. We got this. Maybe. Second trailer cooperates. We're good. Go. All right. Should be able to clean this entire pass up here. With what we got trailer wise here. Yep. Big Mike, welcome in. How you doing today, man? Welcome on in. I don't know why I need such a big tractor for this, by the way, but this is what was down here, so might as well use it. I kind of forgot we had this tractor, to be honest with you. It's a great auger wagon tractor is what we've been using it for. I totally forgot we actually had it. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Just use all the horsepower for this milling machine. Like a boss. Yes. Always. Big man farming, what's up? How you doing, sir? Been a minute. How you doing? Oh, wait. Mike, did you have COVID? Did I know that? I probably did, didn't I? Redneck, what's going on, man? How you doing today? Oh, you guys coming in. What's up? Y'all getting off work early or something? Or maybe watching from work? How's it going, guys? Holy cow. I feel like I should have known that, right, Big Mike? Maybe I didn't. Not sure. Not sure. Just hanging out. Awesome. Awesome. I did know that. Okay. I figured I kind of remember it. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with what everybody's got going on. You know, there's, it's hard to keep up with, Mike. Sorry. I'm glad you're feeling better now. That's good. Redneck, all good here. Couldn't ask for anything more, you know? Except for maybe a wife. Anyway, I say that. I kid. Life is good. How's it going? That's good. Jarker Jason, have fun at work. We'll catch you later. Have a good day. When you first started watching. Oh, that's right. You just followed back on the 5th, didn't you? Okay. Sorry. Like I said, it's just hard, man. The question, and I know nobody's asked me this lately, but when people come in chat and they're like, hey, you remember me? It's been a long time. And it's been like 7 years. And it's like, yeah, I sure do. Not at all. Never once. Never once. Never. Somebody's like, long time no see. It's been 4 years. Not a clue who they are. Sorry. It's too hard to remember people from that long, you know? Like, it's just too hard. Who are you? And that's when you're like, hey, name's John. Nice to meet you. And you're like, we've met. It's like, hey, nice to see you. That's why you always say nice to see you, not nice to meet you. Because that can go either way. If you say nice to meet you, they're like, oh, we've already met like 12 times, you idiot. Nice to see you. It's like, hey, nice to see you too, you know? I've used that one in real life. Don't worry. I'm terrible with names. IRL, I'm so bad with names. Like, it hurts, okay? And, yeah. So the whole, like, hey, pal? That's this guy. I'm definitely that guy. Uh-huh. Yeah. Back when we used to go to those home shows, I was really bad at remembering some of the other like salesmen's names. No name tags or anything, so it was kind of hard sometimes. Like, hey, I haven't seen you in a year. What's going on, Steve? Like, no, it's like, you know, Fred. Oh. Oh, yeah, my bad. My bad. Yeah. Definitely that kind of guy. Kerminator, what's going on, sir? How's it going? Welcome in. Like when Kerminator first came in here and I was like, who? I hooed Kerminator chat. I did that. Not embarrassed at all about it either, okay? Kerminator, we're getting so close. We're so close, but we're so far away. Just throwing that out there. By the way, like some of your TikToks you've been making from the farm sim there, from the cornfields. Pretty awesome. Seeing them on my For You page. They're pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Everyone remembers your name and nobody. That's true. That's true. Hey, you old pal. I'm so bad with names in real life. Even if I can put like a face and like I shook their hand, I'm so bad. I'm so bad with names. It's definitely like something I need to work on. I don't know how you work on that, but it's bad. It's really bad. Yeah, I'm really bad with names. Or like some people down by like the farm, I'll be like, I know what land they farm and I know where they live, but I can't tell you their name. Is that bad? Did I see the announcements today? I briefly glanced at them, yes. Briefly. I haven't been on the website yet to really look at it yet, to be honest, Kerminator. Briefly glanced at it. They were fun to make. Awesome. I need to get better about going on the farm sim site before I stream. So in case somebody's like, hey, the announcement today, I can know what they're talking about, you know? I'm really bad about that, sorry. That and people's names, you know? Really bad about it. Yeah. 3 changes you made off of community feedback. Oh, that's good. GPS? Hello? Hello, GPS? I won't. I'll stop. I think everybody already knows that I want GPS to be in the game, so I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'll be done. I'll see myself out. I'll see myself out. $28 days per month. So we're playing like realistic farming here. We're gonna be like, wow. Graphics were improved. Okay. That's true. Yeah, I would assume. I don't know, Sean. That's a good question. Can you still adjust like how many days your seasons are? Good question. Oh, okay. Change some sorghum. Sorghum? I love the way that they say sorghum, the overseas fellers. Yeah. A 1 to 28 days. Dang. That's awesome, Kerminator. I can turn it off. That's cool. I'm so happy that you guys, like, you know, as a company, you guys are so good about listening to the community. Imagine if EA did that, you know? Sorry. I don't like EA. I went on a big rant last night about EA actually while I was streaming, so I'll stop the ranting about EA. But imagine if EA would listen to their community. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. No, it's awesome that you guys listen. Obviously not everything's possible. GPS? Hello? Yeah, you know. And you know, I think for the most part, at least from this farm sim content creator, I understand that not everything's possible, but you know, there's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people that no matter what you guys do are going to complain, and it just kills me. It's like, guys, they're trying, they're working their hardest, they're doing it, you know? Look at where we've come from in the history of Farm Sim. Go play Farm Sim 11 and then play, you know, 19. It's a little bit different. Win GPS. You know? I don't know. I'm more of like a positive person in general, so like watching some of these people complain about Farm Sim or stuff, it just bothers me, but you know. Yeah, you can't make everybody happy. That's the problem, you know, and you really, I guess, shouldn't even try. So. Right, Terminator, right? Oh, man. Oh, other, yeah. Right, Sean, right? See, and that's probably good, Terminator, that you know, you were a fan first and, like, you had your own complaints about the game. Like, that's probably good. And, you know, obviously we know that all changes aren't up to you, but it's good that you guys are listening, and it's appreciated as a content creator and a huge supporter of the game. It's appreciated that you guys are listening, you know? Just saying. By the way, I'm almost at 5,000 hours. I know nobody cares. I'm less than 100 hours away, so the push is on to get to 5K. Weird flex. I know, chat. You're right. Yep. Mm-hmm. I know that nobody said it, but weird flex, right? I think I'm just going to leave my game on like every night from now on, so I get enough hours, you know? Yeah. Hashtag 5K. I do want to hit it before 22, yeah. Which actually, I don't know if I will, because I start Christmas lights next week. And that's really going to drastically change how much I'm playing Farm Sim, so. That would be nice, Sean. Yeah. It would be nice. But it's understandable that they're there too, you know? Oh. Yeah. That is good with more brands, yeah. Yep. No, we don't blame Terminator for anything wrong with the game. Terminator's a great guy. No. Don't do that. Yeah, unlikely to go away. That makes sense. It does. Alright, we got chaff in our... We got the old chaff silage mixer-rooney going, guys. We got the mixer-rooney going, so what's it gonna... That's fine. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna not worry about that little mess right there. Not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna loop around and start on this other bunker. There's 2 million liters, 2 point something. There's over 2 million. There's almost 3 million in this other bunker. Yeah, so it's gonna take us a minute, chat. We may not get this all done today, but we'll work on it for a little bit. We're still mowing grass. Probably should get a tedder going here soon. And then we need to get, we'll rake out there as well. Rake it all up and pick it all up loose. We're not bailing it. Pick it up loose this time. Or not this time, just in general. I don't like messing with bales. Wrong button, chat. It's not flashlight to open the bunker, by the way. In case y'all didn't know that, it's not your flashlight button. We actually hit that from here. Really? No. Okay. Didn't think so. Alright. Do this, chat. Come on. Unload. Unload. Yeah, it makes sense to have the sinks. It really does. But as long as they're optimized, that's kind of like my whole thought process for all of it. As long as it's optimized, like, I don't really care. You know? As long as it runs better on a server and 4X maps hopefully will run better someday, you know? Yeah. That's a big one right now is 4X maps. They don't like servers. So for servers don't like 4X maps. At least servers I've run. Especially when we get in with like all of our equipment and stuff. No. I was actually watching somebody the other day that was playing on a 4X. Might have been a bigger map, but at least a 4X and tons of equipment everywhere. And they were lagging around like crazy. And they're like, I'm going to contact the owners or the hosting company and I'm going to file a complaint and all this stuff. And all that. I just started laughing. I'm like, dude, it's a 4X map with all this equipment. It doesn't run. It just doesn't work. That's why we don't really play 4X maps on on streams. Because of the 4X, you know? It just doesn't work. So. Oh. I got you, Carbonator. That sounds like it's above all of our pay grades. That's what it sounds like to me. It's definitely above my pay grade. Yeah, no, above my pay grade. That's for sure. But no, I mean, it is what it is. The sinks aren't usually that bad. We got chaff again, didn't we? We got chaff again. There's nothing like the old FS15 sinks. We had our one buddy had a terrible computer at the time. And his sinks would literally take 20 minutes. But that was him PC problem, not FarmSim problem. It was the funniest thing. It's like, oh, Zach's coming in. All right, y'all go take a nap. We'll be back later, reconvene at a later date, y'all. That wasn't a FarmSim problem, though. That was a Zach's computer problem. It was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Like, we basically made him sync in before streams. Even if he wasn't going to be there, just sync in before his stream. That way his computer he didn't have to, like, interrupt stream. For literally 20 minutes to sync in. Kind of crazy. But again, that was a Zach computer problem, not a FS problem. It's really funny, though. Very, very, very funny. Very frustrating for him, too. I can't imagine, like, having that bad of a PC where it would take that long to sync in, you know? Alright, I don't know why those little compactor doodads were left on top of the pile. But they definitely were. Yeah, there was about 3 million in this pile and about 1 million or so, I think, in the other pile. So that's not bad. That's a lot of silage. Not compost this time either, chat. Had a little whoopsie there the other day, you know? Had a little whoopsie. Apparently we have bunkers that make compost. And we have bunkers that make silage. We have some modded bunkers. I didn't realize that's what they did. Blame Carson? They came with the map, so we can blame Stevie, but I would never do that because Stevie's a great guy. Would never blame Stevie. But they came with the map, so say what you will, I guess, right? Carson wasn't even here. Carson was on vacation. Carson was on vacation. So not his fault. I mean, I guess he did technically put him on the server, but they're embedded like with the map, so like he put him on the server, but he kind of didn't at the same time, you know? Kind of like this trailer comes with the map. What else comes with the map? There's a harvester here too. Harvester here. The Ropa, that comes with the map. Does carrots and onions. We have heads for that too. The carrots and onions. So yeah. Alright. It's still his fault. Okay. Arson, how dare you? Is that better, Steven? that better? Is that better? Is that better? Okay. All right, Carbonator, we'll catch you. Actually, it's my break time. I need to go take my break. Chat. Nobody reminded me. It's my break time. Chat. 3 o'clock break happened 16 minutes ago, and I didn't take it. It happens. All right, let's get up on top of this pile. Let's get this. Get these down real fast. Kind of get these. Oh, it just fell in the. It just fell in. Totally just fell in the thing there. Well, I guess we'll just keep. Okay, we'll just keep unloading. Never mind. Goodness. All right, let's go ride with the more guys. And I will be back momentarily. I'm going to go take my little 3 o'clock